Here is the Hockey Hall of Famer, Mark Messier, former Edmonton Oilers captain, Stanley Cup champion, wearing that C. How are you?
I'm doing well, guys. Good to be on with you.
Don't you just love the exhibition talk about line combinations?
Well, all it proves is that there's a lot of interest in the game, and everyone's excited to see the season get started.
Now, we had the big announcement yesterday. Connor McDavid named the youngest captain in NHL history. You're tied to Connor through various promotions. Did you have a chance to reach out to him, or have you had a chance to talk to him yet?
I have not yet. I intend to do that. Obviously, a big honor. You could see how thrilled he was with the selection, and proud to be the captain. And I'm sure he's going to do a great job.
I really like it. I think anybody else as a captain would have been really a fake captain. I think what he's done in a short period of time, whether it's World Junior, whether it's NHL, whether it's World Cup, I think he looks like the guy that's there. The question mark is, we've heard about kids for 10 years in Edmonton. Is it finally going to be the year that they're going to really grab a hold and take this? I know Lucic is there, and I get all that, but isn't it really still about this group finding their way finally?
Well, I think it's always the important factor is to have the kids surrounded by good leaders and good veterans that are obviously still at the peak of their game. That combination to me always is important. Through looking back through the years, when we were moving through it, it was always great to have the young rookies in the lineup that provide you with a lot of enthusiasm, and it was fun seeing them go through the process and their eyes wide open. But they also gave the team a lot of energy, not only on the ice but off the ice. So that mixture, in my opinion, is always critical to any team success, and not only for the current but also for the future, and moving players in and out. So,
do they have it?
Well, I think they're getting it now. I think they've made some nice deals in the past or in the summer, and their people that they've had in the system there are getting more mature, and all of a sudden now they're kind of becoming more of the elderly statesmen of the team. So yeah, I think they've made some great improvements this year, and I believe they should be able to contend for a playoff position.
Hey, Mark, in this day and age, 2016, what is the role of a captain?
Well, the role of a captain is always important on any team. I think that the captain in the right scenario can galvanize the team. It can give the team a lot of confidence, can be the voice of the team to the coaching staff and management. And any management and ownership will if smart, will give a lot of power to the captain, because if you give the power to the captain, the team will then galvanize around that player. And I think the management and coaches that try to harness that themselves really miss out on the opportunity to galvanize a team together. So, he's obviously got to lead on the ice. He's got to be consistent in his behavior on and off the ice through good times, bad times. He's got to be compassionate to his players. He's got to live. He's basically got to live 25 lives other than his own during the regular season and playoffs. So it's a big task. It's a big task to a big responsibility to put on a young player's shoulders. But obviously, Connor has proven to the management in Edmonton that he's ready for the responsibility.
He is Hockey Hall of Famer Mark Messier on Hockey Central at noon with Darren Millard, John Shannon, and Doug McLean. He's also an ambassador for the First Shift program. We'll get into that in just a second. When you do have your conversation with Connor, give me an idea of what your parting words will be to him to wish him the best of luck, and maybe some sage advice from an old guy.
Oh, I think the sage advice is very simple. You can't be anything other than who you are. Naturally, you've got to this point because of the way you've played the game and the way you've carried yourself and the person that you are, and you don't need to be anybody else. You don't need to try to be anybody else. You just need to be who you are. You need to be authentic, and that way the players will really kind of buy into your message and what you're all about, and lead by example, and the experience and knowing what to do, when to say will come naturally. But as long as he's authentic, he remains who he is, the players will galvanize around him.